Recording. Yeah. So, welcome to the session on this day, afternoon session. I hope you have all completed your morning session by H&S department. Now, welcome to the CSC department. Now, here we have a famous person called as Bhupesh Kumar, Director Food and Agriculture, Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad. He is an agriculture incubation professional with 12 years of experience in promoting agri startups. He established the first agri business incubator among all the agricultural universities in India at the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. In shortcut, you can call it as a TNAU. He has mentored more than 100 agro startups. Hope startups means I think you will be available a starting company. Okay. He has established 5 value chain based agri business incubators in Africa under UniBrain project funded by the government of Denmark. He was handholding more than 40 African startups under the project. So it's not a simple issue, guys. It's a great issue. He is currently working as a director, food and agri in Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, RICH from 2017. At RICH, he is working towards establishment of National Agricultural Research and Experience Center, which is the first of its initiative in the country. In addition to this mentoring more than 60 agro companies, he also mentors 4 agri-business incubators in Hyderabad. Bhupesh is one of the official mentors for the India Rwanda Innovation Growth Program, IRIGP, and India Ethiopia Innovation and Technology Commercialization Program of the Government of India. So this is a good opportunity, guys. So please interact with the sir and discuss the latest technologies, as you are the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science students of CSC. The only one thing is you have to learn something other than the normal CSC. So hope this session will give you a lot of knowledge and information sharing will be done between you and sir. Hoping so. So thank you, sir, for accepting and coming immediately and ready to interact with our students. So it's over to you, sir.
Great, thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. You're 100%.
Okay, wonderful. Young brains and aspiring, engineers. So don't worry, I won't take you a long. I won't you have any long lecture. I will, just talk to you about the research and innovation circle of Hyderabad. So which is an initiative of the government of Telangana. I think there are some hands raised. Uh, should we attend to them?
They can post you in the chat directly, I think so, sir.
Okay. Uh, okay, great. So thanks. Now, as your professor said, I work for an organization called Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad. So which is an initiative of the government of Telangana. So where we are trying to, connect the research, the academic institutions, young brains like you all, and then the industry. So mostly we work with the industry and the startups. So I won't take much of your time. I think your teachers might have scheduled a lot of programs for you all. Is my screen visible? Sir, is my screen visible? What's happening? Hello?
Sir, your PPT is visible, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, visible, sir.
Okay, then why is okay? Why is it happening like this? Some lines and all that stuff.
Guys, Please don't draw any lines. I think so. The annotations has to be switched off. All of you clear the lines? 1 second, sir.
Is just they don't want the lecture?
Uh-huh.
Is that they don't want me to talk?
No, sir. These students are the new students. So they'll not have, they'll be trying all the options, sir.
Okay. I think they started playing more.
No, sir. Once you share, I mean, stop the sharing and start the sharing again, sir.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Again, please, guys, that is a new option. Please don't disturb in middle. So, yes, sir, please continue.
Okay. Let me put it full screen for a moment. Okay. Hope they don't draw any lines anymore. Okay, so very simple. I'll just jump into the subject. Everyone will be knowing what is emerging technology. I don't want to get into it. Maybe your teachers might have taught you more about it. So, being an agriculture, maybe understand. When you talk, everyone talks about big data. So, big data is one of the most happening thing nowadays in all the sector. So when I say, to start with, the first sector will be agriculture, where you can use in everywhere, starting from land. When you're talking about land, you can do surveying, you can understand what is the fertility level using big data, and you can say what kind of a crops can be grown, everything. So second maybe about the soils, what is the kind of a soil I have, and third is the weather, because everyone talks about weather nowadays. We have got they got cyclones and all that stuff. Those weather can be done precisely using big data. The fourth one, again, you can make. Sir, this is really annoying. Can you ask your students to stop this?
1 second, sir. Guys, sir, in the top options, we are sharing the screen, right?
Yeah.
In the top options, you'll be having options called as a view option.
I don't know. Someone is sleeping and then they don't want it. If they don't want the lecture, I'll stop it. I don't mind.
No, sir, not like that.
Someone is sleeping and then he's showing his face.
No, sir. Once on the top of your screen share option, there will be option called as stop annotation. On view options.
You can see there is someone by name V2022. He's sleeping and then he's viewing. And he also wants to show that he's sleeping. If that is the case, I'll get out.
So you do one thing, sir. On the screen share, on the top, you'll be having view options. You are viewing screen share pine untundi chudandi sir okkara view options ani untundi.
More low.
Yeah, more low. స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ విండోలోనే మోర్ లో వ్యూ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది. డిజేబుల్ అటెండీ యానోటేషన్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది. At the top of your meeting screen, click the more button. Screen share menu.
No, I've done it, but still it comes.
Disable, click it, sir. Click on the disable absentee attendance at annotation, attendee annotation.
No, allow participant to annotate. I disabled it.
Yeah. 1 second, sir. Now you screen off and share it again. Disable, sir. Now they cannot do. Once stop sharing. Yeah. Once start sharing and disable annotation. Now you can you see disable option?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, this happens again. It's left to them. Okay, it's your problem to manage them. That's
Yeah.
really annoying.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. When I'm talking about the big data use, when it is because we have been in the government and we are using big data for crop monitoring, market intelligence, and also with the government. So to deep dive into how this big data is being used. So when you see that, there are certain data sets which are available. You have the rainfall data, you have the temperature data, wind speed data, soil microclimatic data, and the government policies, whatever the data on whatever the government policies are being implemented and all that. So when you look at each of this, you can understand and you can do a big data analysis of all these data for these many use cases. And you're talking about this, if you're going to use this, there are multiple uses for the government, for the farmers, for the policymakers, for the commodity players in the market. So when you're looking at these data, I would suggest you're all young graduates, coming up young graduates. So you have to look at how these big data is being used for different uses. So when only one data here, one set of data about the weather, but then the usage is so much. So when you're talking about hyperlocal uses, there will be, how a crop can behave in any point of time. And we are talking about hyperlocal weather forecast. And then, we are talking about, we can do what the crops to be planted. In government of Telangana, we are using the big data for planning the regulated farm over 1.3 crore acres. So for all the 1.3 crore acres, we use the data and then decide what crops these farmers should grow. So there's a big amount of applications in terms of applications and big data for agriculture. The second one, again, we call it as genomics. So this is one of the biological sciences which is coming up very, very faster. Genomics is a study where we study about the human, plant and human genomes. So based on the genome structure, we study the genome structure, the changes in the genome structure, and then we develop medicines. It is basically into all the three. It can be in plant genomics, for example, in an institute called ICRISAT, International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics. We use the AI and also big data techniques for mapping the plant genomes. So when I say plant genome, if I map all the genes in a plant for their any kind of activity, then I can use it in breeding high yielding varieties, in doing whatever, in breeding high nutritional crops and all that. Similarly, in animal genomics, we use this big data where we also understand the diseases in animals. It can be cow, whatever the veterinary animals use. We can develop all these models. And again, only the emerging technologies come into place. And again, everyone knows that human genomics, where Human Genome Project at the world level, they have mapped all the genes of our body. and lots of emerging technology works are happening there. Even for your kind information, in Israel, they're using emerging technology coupled with biotechnology in even synthesizing your tissues. Maybe in the days to come, in after 10 years, if your body, any body part is not working well, they can do 3D printing using and then they can replace it. So in Israel, it has started, they have started 3D printing all the tissues. If you have a problem with your heart tissue, that can be 3D printed and that can be used to to make surgeries. So this is one area where you all can really, pitch in and look for a great job. These are all areas which can pay you in millions of dollars. And again, when you're talking about, we are all sitting in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a city where, there are 800 plus, the pharmaceutical companies. All these pharmaceutical companies, they need emerging technologies like blockchain. Without these technologies, they cannot go for any drug discovery. Even when we are talking about, finding out a vaccine or developing any molecule, even for COVID or whatever the diseases, they use blockchain. And again, here, blockchain is being used for, especially in clinical trials, because you may be watching a lot of news on clinical trials of vaccines and all that stuff. And emerging technology has an amazing application in this. And again, if you're talking about AI and ML, it is used in different sectors. When I'm talking about industrial automation, it is being used in automobiles and all that. When it comes to food, again, it is used for, grading grains, meat, nuts, fruits, and all that. So now everyone talks about, clean food, clean manufacturing, and all that. The latest one is called, even when you're talking about clean meat, they call. Clean meat technology is based on synthesizing artificial protein-rich meat. Even that involves emerging technologies. So that's what, so everywhere, food, animals, and all that. So, and again, if you look at even in Telangana and others, problem because we grow a lot of spices, because, we are all spice consuming people. When you're talking about spices like, turmeric, all that, they have a big issue because there is a political issue here where only the emerging technologies are giving you the solutions. For example, in turmeric, for grading and also for establishing or, the quality, they establish the quality by determining the quantity of curcumin, which is in the spices. So in turmeric. So there is a company which is called Agnext. They have developed an equipment which gives instant estimation of spice or the curcumin content in 20 minutes. So the problem of the whole industry is now solved. So that is the potential of emerging technologies in solving all the problems. So similarly, when you look at the grading and all that stuff, for any food industry like mangoes or anything, the machine learning is taking up becoming a very important technology for solving the problem of labor. So food industry, spices industry, and then you're talking about industrial automation for any kind of a sector, there's a bright opportunity for you all to learn and then work. Here again, there is one more thing called health. The health sector needs more and more engineers in emerging technology. On your left, you can see a doll. This is a company, this is developed by a company called ZMQ. So ZMQ is a company which has developed this doll, and this involves artificial intelligence. So this doll is given to all the tribal women to tell them their health, what to do at every stage of their pregnancy. So it will calculate by itself once you input the data of the day of pregnancy till the lady gives birth to a child. So health sector, there is a huge application. This doll is being used in 7 countries. Then you can see and then being used by millions and millions of people. So that is the potential. And when you're talking about, again, there is a disease outbreak, now we are talking about only COVID. But again, to understand, we all, fear about dengue and all that stuff. So all these, diseases can be forecasted only using emerging technologies and big data work. And we are also developing, maybe I can say the Indian Institute of Clinical Technology is using big data work, and they have developed a forecasting model which can give you a forecast of outbreak of 6 diseases precisely. It can be dengue, it can be chikungunya, it can be swine flu, it can be any vector-borne disease. In the sense, those diseases which are spread through any insect, like mosquitoes or worms and all that. And again, if you look at in health, medical research, any kind of a medical research nowadays, because in medical research, they generate millions of data. And then again, in the decision-making systems. For example, in IIT Hyderabad, they are using machine learning technology to determine any kind of spine damages precisely without scanning. So based on a simple imaging technique, they are deciding, and that is going to replace all your MRI scans. So that is the potential of emerging technologies. And again, if you look at robotics, which are used in surgery, so health is another sector which is really looking for bright brains and emerging technology. So this is my last slide. When you're looking at, I want to tell you a message. There is a lot of application of emerging technologies, but all that you need to understand is how do we really use this technology in different sectors. When you see this, because everyone talks about drones. So when I see about the usage, see, for example, everyone, it started with taking photographs in all your, marriages, but it is not so nowadays. When I'm talking about the usage, it is being used in defense. Next, we call it as plant, phenotyping in plant breeding, in agricultural research. Next, anyway, you might have studied about it. Drones are used in spraying pesticides and all that stuff in wherever there is no labor. And now we have developed a drone for forestry. So which can sow seeds, we call it as aerial seeding. So that's where there is a very high usage. In Telangana and Andhra, we are using it. And next one is wildlife monitoring. Again, the most important is the disaster management. So if at all there is a cyclone, whatever the disaster happens for the crop, we estimate it instantly by integrating drones with the data from the satellites. So that's again another area where there is a very, very big potential. And again, conventionally, this is being used for land surveying and the land use planning, we call, for any kind of, when the government decides what land has to be brought for under what usages. So we use drones. And again, anyway, mining is one area to estimate how much of ore being taken out, how much of soil being excavated, and all that stuff can be done instantaneously. And drones are used in smart city planning, in Hyderabad also we use, and even in Andhra, there is all the cities are being, which are being built, they are using drones. And, and importantly, we use in water resource planning, and again in sewage clearance. Now the latest one is for emergency medicine delivery. And again in law and order, the police is using. And then the diseases, in COVID, they used drones to monitor who are violating the laws and what is the spread, who is infected, who is not infected. Drones have been used extensively to monitor COVID. So when you study any emerging technology, I want you to, really understand how it can be applied in different industries. So I took only one example of drones to really tell you. So even in drones, there are more and more applications. So that's the way to go. This is the need of the hour. emerging technologies are going to rule every sector. It can be agriculture, it can be health, it can be tourism, it can be wildlife, it can be even hospitality, it can be food processing, it can be exports, it can be even government rules and regulations and administration, law and order, whatever. And even for your kind information, even the Hyderabad Municipal Corporation is using drones for various, we have been using drones to even control mosquitoes. So wherever you are, when you talk about technology, it is being used widely. And then the whole world is looking for best AI and the emerging technology engineers. But all that is how much technology, studying technologies, but how do we really apply it in the real world, in the real time? So that matters. So that's where that's the only message I want you to give. There is ample opportunity to you all, but then how do you really tune up your technology, and then how do you apply in different sectors to find your best job, whatever you want? You can find, if you're a drone engineer, you can find a big business here. And there are lots and lots of initiatives from all the governments in terms of using these emerging technologies in different sectors. It's not only Telangana or Andhra or anywhere. Every state is looking for, every country is into it. But however, it's like a tool which has to be used properly. If you're half baked, if you don't know how to really use these tools and technologies, I think no industry will employ you. So learn that. I think you are in the safe hands in CMR. So they'll be helping you to learn, and they'll teach you how technology works and all that. But on the application side, we'll be happy to work and then look at all these industries which are looking for the emerging technology engineers. So thank you. I don't want to bore you all. So I stop here. If you don't have any questions, I'll have to.
Sir, anything else you want to say, sir? Or you're expecting from students?
No, I'm done. I'm done. Let them talk, and I don't want to bore them. You might have talked about it more of technology and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
let them talk. That's the way to go. We should not talk more. Let them speak. Any kind of questions in terms of.
You can post in the chat, ma. If you have any question, you can post in the chat also. So sir is available to answer. Now the chat is enabled, you can post.
Someone, sir, we don't know anything. Was Anirudh.
So these are the first year students
Okay.
because they don't have any idea of programming languages or any.
Okay, so Anirudh, for your kind information, don't worry about technology. All that we are talking about is, AI is going to be the future, and then the applications. Wherever there are, every sector is looking for AI, ML, and all the other emerging technology. That's the only thing we want to, make you to understand. You will be learning all the technology in the days to come. Don't worry about it. I think you are in the best place to learn. Otherwise, my only message I want you to tell is that absolutely all that is that you need to understand that there is a big need, and then all these people, all these industries are looking for good, good engineers who are skilled and also who have the applied knowledge. When was DRDO? Sir, explain big data in agriculture. Okay. Lakshmi, you're talking about. So to answer Lakshmi's question, see, I'll take you one example through big data in agriculture. Uh, so when I'm talking about, say, for example, when I say I need to plan for my crop, okay, so I need to understand 5 different parameters for the whole city and the whole country, or maybe the whole state. So I need to see how and what is happening in every farm in the maybe in every farm in my state. So if I'm saying I'm an IAS officer, I want to know, or maybe I am a farmer, I want to know how do I decide which crop I have to grow. So we call it a decision making system, which involves the artificial intelligence. So what we do is we use the data from the weather patterns of 5 or 10 years, and then what are the crops which is grown already in the particular place, and then we use again the data on what is the market, how much of price a farmer has been getting for different crops and then different varieties. Then we all use those data to run models and help the farmer to take the right decision so that he can get better price. This is in simple about data science in agriculture. So in agriculture, there is very, very many use cases. Even recently, there was a, international level, data science event which has happened. It's called Indo Data Week. Have a look at it. So there are lots and lots of usages in agriculture. Okay, so Ben should explain how many ways these AI and ML can. Let me go up. Okay, I've answered about this. Then data science in DRDO. A good question. In DRDO, they develop, if you're talking about not only the data science, in the spatial technology, big data is the only option to work. For example, there is an organization called National Remote Sensing Agency, which comes under the remote sensing department. There they take all the satellite images and then they process it for very many uses. It is not only agriculture, it can be in communication, for mining, for oceanography, for defense, for education, and all that. So you can have a look at it. There is an amazing use in all organizations like DRDO, which are working in defense research, spatial research, and all that stuff. Okay, so let me go to the next question. Someone is asking about same agriculture, data science, AI management. Sir, I want to develop something in medical sector. Do I need to study medical again? No, you don't need to study medical, but there are organizations with whom you can associate, and even we at what do I say, the organization where I work, we help startups who wants to develop anything in medical. So my colleague, if there are 2 of my colleagues who are working in life sciences and medical devices. In the days to come, if you have a good idea, we'll be happy to help you. This is from Charan. Okay. Next one, someone thought the name. Sir, what kind of jobs that we are going to get based on big data? Okay. So that's a good question, because everyone looks for a job. So big data, you can look for many industries. Now, in the recent times, one is the big data companies which are working on disaster management and weather management. That's the latest one. And when I'm talking about big data, you can find jobs in medical research, even in plant research. Any research organizations, they would be looking for you. For example, if you look at even Dr. Reddy's, they do lots and lots of medical research, wherein they look for big data scientists. Even if you're looking at the government also started using lot of big data work. For example, if you're looking at, you are trying to integrate big data with satellite imaging for traffic management. So everywhere it is there. You can find jobs in even in automobile sector. If you have, even for example, if you're looking at big data in automobile, so they are looking for data scientists for studying the efficiency of any new automobiles. It can be car, it can be electric vehicles and all that. So when they fabricate, when they design, simulate and all that, they generate lots and lots of data. So that's also one sector. So the opportunities are many. Even mining is one industry where you can get it in terms of big data, because the efficiency of mining is always calculated. Even petroleum industry, all the industries they have, now they are coming into using big data. Sir, AI, ML or big data. AI and ML is also being used in many sectors, as I said. So data science, and now again, there is an integration happening between AI, ML, IoT, and big data. So you may need to be ready to work on all this. Okay, data science, please tell the importance. Someone asked Narasimha, what about data science? I answered that. And again, the same question. Sectors do I need to study medical? Again, how farmers can be benefited by artificial intelligence? That's a good question. Jali Shivakrishna. We are, for example, I'll tell you, artificial intelligence is going to be really helping farmers. For example, I'll tell you a simple thing, maybe, I'll not talk about exactly as artificial intelligence. For example, there's a company called Yara Fertilizer. They have developed a decision-making system for farmers. So it integrates your geolocation, your rainfall pattern in your farm, and then the soil parameters, and then it says instantly what is the problem in your crop and what you have to do for that problem. So artificial intelligence is being used even in disease detection. So there are lots and lots of companies. There is an organization called CIAT, an international organization. There is an app called Tumaini. You can have a look at it. Instantly, the farmer can understand what disease or what kind of a nutrient problem his crop has, and it will also suggest them what is to be done. So it's an amazing thing that now they don't need to go to any research organization to know what is happening with this crop. So artificial intelligence is being used widely by farmers. You can have a look at it. And there is one more app is also called as Plantex. You can have a look at it. And sir, I hope to get a job in NASA? That I think, your CMR guys can answer. But then NASA itself is not only one location, one destination. You can definitely, if you are taking going up in your studies with big data, especially in geospatial technology. But then if you want to get employed in NASA, you need to study, satellite technology. If you're good in that, definitely you can reach out to NASA. You can be in NASA or ISRO. Sir, one thing is more demand. Which one do you think is more demanding, the ML or big data or data science? All are equally demanding, but then now data science is more. I can say Patil Shrestha Reddy. And someone said, do you think that more demanding? I answered that. Explain human genome mapping, Pavan Kumar. See, Human Genome Project is an international project where they map every genes. In our body, there are 1 lakh genes. So every gene is responsible for expressing each of your character. For example, if you have, your hair color, your size, shape, your body skin color, everything is managed and it is expressed by genes. So we are mapped all these 1 lakh genes which are responsible for different activities and different diseases caused in your body. So, for example, now the whole world is working in controlling cancer using genome mapping. So, they have identified a gene which is responsible for causing tuberculosis, and also the gene which is responsible, which causes, cancer. So, where when I identify a particular gene, which can give me the information that this is a particular gene, which is responsible for anyone to get tuberculosis, then I can modify that gene by and then control the expression of that gene so that the disease can be eradicated. So this is how the genome mapping, human genome project, you can see there are thousands and thousands of articles on it. So when they work on genome mapping, they generate lots and millions of data points. So that again involves big data. So that's called the human genome mapping. Okay. Can you give some idea about the coding stuff in game development? I'm not a coder. I think, sir, can you answer this question for Nipun? Nipun has asked that can you give some idea on coding stuff in game development?
So, sir, in game development, first of all, you must have a basic coding idea. See, game development, there are different types of apps you can develop using Android also, and there are some separate coding apps which are designed for separately for gaming. So first of all, if you want to get these all things, first of all, you must have basic coding knowledge. That may be a C language or Java language, because many of the gaming uses C and Java concepts, not exactly Java. They will be using the Java concepts. So it you can use as a beginner, you can use Android, but if you want to use Android, you must know Java. Definitely. So if you want to know Java, please learn Java first, C++, Java, then go for gaming so that it will be helpful. And sir, okay, sir.
Okay. Tulsi asked which one is better for the future generation, AI and ML. But I can say all are good. If you're really looking at, to me, my favorite is, data science. But everything is equally important for the future generation. Venkat asked AI in space exploration. Uh, that you can answer that. Sir, he's talking about space exploration. Space exploration is also, it involves a lot of robotics, a lot of automations, where AI is the only solution. It is all being used over years, I can tell you. Which one has the highest demand, AI, ML, or data science? Everyone has again same question. Sir, what do you think more demanding, AI, big data? But for me, big data is becoming more and more popular. And if you're really, and don't think that data science is easier. We think that data science is easy. No, not that. You know, it is one of the most complex sciences, because being a data science expert, you should understand AI, ML, IoT, all the emerging technologies, and also other sectors. Remember this. Don't think that I study Python and I become a data science expert. No, nobody can do that. So when you're talking about softwares, those are all only tools. So all that success, which you're looking for in data science, requires applied knowledge and then your orientation to integrate things. Okay. What is the use of data science in agriculture? I've explained. It's a more demand. Again, the same thing. Difference between CSE and data science. Sir, I think you need to answer this.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Please talk.
This is an exact question where many of the students even asking at the time of counseling also, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, what is the difference between CSC and AML? What is the difference between CSC and data science? So what actually is SEMA? Normal, both are CSC departments only. See, whenever you say the word normal CSC, computer science and engineering, it is there from last 30, 40 years also. Same. But in the final year, you will be having different elective subjects that you have to choose by your own. But in CSC data science or CSC data science or CSC AML, what do you mean by that engineering means? See, the word itself, it is saying CSC with data science. That means you have to learn what are all the basic subjects that are there in the CSC. Apart from that, data science will be a specialization. So what do you mean by specialization? In the final year or in the third year, you will be having subjects related to the data science or artificial intelligence or machine learning. Their related subjects will be there. Okay. So previously Python is not available in our beta curriculum. Now Python will be added to your data science or artificial programming will be there. Next, for example, most demanded jobs in AML. See, most demanded jobs అనేది ఉండదు ఎక్కడ. Okay, so situation prakaram ఉంటుంది. See, a person who have talent and zero knowledge of the subject knowledge but he has coding knowledge may get placed. Okay, data science and AML at present trending, big data is trending as sir said, but as 4 years తర్వాత ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో మళ్ళా we cannot predict, it may change, but at present these are all the technologies that are going in a trending way. Easy అనేది ఏది లేదు నానా, there is no easy one.
Okay. Someone said, can I study both AI and data science? Absolutely, you can study. Nobody is going to. Sasi Srimant asked whether we can study AI and data science. You can definitely. And if you're studying AI and data science, I think you can create your own demand in the market. If you're an expert. Sir, how AI and ML useful for controlling disease outbreak? Oh, wonderful. That's a good question. I'll answer. So when I'm talking about disease outbreak, for example, we had, dengue outbreak in Hyderabad and Telangana. So when I see AI and ML, we use a lot of equipments to, for example, we use all the fogging equipments. For example, we use a mandal kodtaru kada, pogalaga mandal kodtaru kada, domalki. So that's one of the use where the equipments go there, but then the efficiency is not known. So where what we did is we used to develop an IoT device using artificial intelligence to monitor the efficiency of the system. And also we are using the AI algorithms to see how the disease progresses. So if there is an outbreak, how the disease is outbroken and how it is progressing, when it can come down. So that's where all your AI algorithms will come into place. So in disease outbreak and disease monitoring and disease forecasting, for at every level, AI is being used. I think, Navya, I answered your question. Demanding, again, everyone talks about demand. Can we tie up with some biotech companies based out of data science and AI? Definitely, I'll be happy. Sahit has asked about it. Sahit, once you're through, when you learn the basics, we will be very happy to connect you to any biotech company. All the seed companies which are all having biotech research, they are now using all these emerging technologies, especially data sciences, ML and AI. For example, there is a company, have a look at it, there is a company called Cortiva Agri Sciences. Sahit, for your information, that is the largest, seed and the other input company in the world. So you can have a look at it. They are looking for people who can develop sensors and ML solutions for different biotech work in the lab and also in the field. Okay. So next are the jobs in data science in DRDO. I answered. Demand in AI, ML and data science. Everywhere there's a demand based on if you are really doing good in your studies and skills, definitely there's a very big opportunity. Say about data science, I mean, Praveen was asking, I told about many things. You can have a look at it. Difference between data science and artificial intelligence. Sir, do you want to take this question or want you me to do it? Sir, Rohit asked a question.
Please continue, sir.
No, he asked a basic question about what is the difference between data science and artificial intelligence.
Yeah, yes, sir. I will explain, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, students. Coming to data science and artificial intelligence, data science usually used to extract the insights of the data. By analyzing huge amounts of data, it is going to extract insights. Insights means previously not seen and potentially useful for any organization. Coming to artificial intelligence, here we are making missions intelligent. By making the missions to learn from experiences, we are making the missions intelligent. For example, driverless car is an example of artificial intelligence, and stock price prediction is an example of data science project. Here, by analyzing the historical stock prices, a software program can able to predict the price of a stock tomorrow. Okay, coming to artificial intelligence, a car without driver can able to move from one place to another place. Something it's acting like a human being. Artificially, we are creating intelligence to that particular car. With that intelligence, car is moving from one place to another place. I hope I have cleared your doubt.
Sir, it's over to
Okay.
you.
Okay. Sandeep asked about describe data science and sectors of data science. I think whatever the application of data science I've explained, you can have a look at it. Big data and data science are the same. I don't know. It's the same only. Like it's all about, as your teacher said, it's all about how we use the data to extract or infer different information from it for the betterment of anything or a problem solving or betterment of the human society. That's the basic thing. Sir, in 4 years, we will learn coding. No, sir. Then get into the big data jobs, we need extra study. Uh, Nandini asked about coding. Nandini, I would tell you, it can be an extra study, but for the current situation, though you learn coding with, as your teacher said, with Java or XML or whatever, it is good to learn about, data science or any other, softwares also. It will give you an edge over. So don't think that you're going to do, it's going to be burden on you. You start learning it, start enjoying learning all this. Sir, big data and data science are the same question. What is the difference between CSE and data science? Sir, already answered. ML lagging, is AI and ML lagging behind data science nowadays? Karthik Kandi. It's not so. Nothing is lagging. When it comes to automation of any process, AI and ML is ruling the world. It can be any automation. And when it comes to data science, it's about problem solving, inferring things, and efficiency studies and all that stuff, data science is. Nothing is taking, it doesn't mean that AI and ML is lagging. AI and ML is also ruling. Explain how many ways these AI and ML can be useful in future. I said all the ways I've explained. It's applicable in all the sectors, almost every sector. For example, if you're talking about AI and machine learning, it is for food. It can be in almost every sector. It is not only in one. Every sector is looking for ML solutions. Sir, is data science can be applied in DNA? Yes, of course. Ashwita was asking, and that's what I was telling you in DNA-based studies also. They use data sciences nowadays. For example, there is an organization called CCMB, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, where they do a lot of, DNA research, where again data science is used. Again, the same is data helpful for agriculture sector. Of course, I told about you. It's immensely useful in agriculture. And in Telangana, we are using not only data science. We are using. There is a program called AI for AI. We call it as artificial intelligence for agricultural innovations. Read about it. You will feel interesting. What are all the areas we are using AI and all the emerging technologies in agriculture? That's a big initiative of the government of Telangana. We are using it at every stage of agriculture, starting from crop planning, nutrient management, irrigation management, disease forecasting, market forecasting, traceability, quality management, exports, commodity trading, everywhere. Highest packages for data science that your teacher will say, uh, does AI and ML data sciences have the same scope for job? Absolutely, it has a good scope. Not to worry. Srividya has asked, what is the difference between CSC, data science? The same question. Sir, what is the difference between data scientist and data analyst? It's answered. Same question. Future of data answered. Highest package. I'll tell you, most one is asking about package of data science. I have a good friend of mine who's a data scientist working for World Bank. She draws almost $7,000 a month. I'm just telling you, it's all about how you really learn, and then what is your experience and your interest in it. That's what I want to tell you. Can you apply data science? Oh, someone is going down. Okay. Sir, most demand in AI and ML. In AI and ML, if you're looking at even aerospace and defense, there is a good opportunity. Even when you're talking about AI and ML, especially all the labor intensive sectors like ML and AI. Sir, you have explained about data science, big data, and AI, and also here comes the question: what is machine learning? Sir, you want to take this question? Satish Sahit has asked about what is machine learning.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Machine learning is all about making the machines intelligent. For example, if you are a day one baby, assume, how you can able to detect your father, mother, your surroundings and environment. It is happening through your experience. Daily you are looking into their faces, someone telling that he is your father, he is your mother, he is your brother. Then your brain learning, and with that learning brain builds a knowledge. That knowledge brain can apply tomorrow and it can detect who is the father and who is the mother. In the same way, we are making the machines to learn from the experiences. In this context, data sets are used as experiences to explain about a particular aspect. Suppose I want to predict stock prices. I will tell the stock price of yesterday is this much, day before yesterday this much, and like that I am going to show different experiences of the data to the model. Here different algorithms we are using. Algorithms learns from the data and builds the model. That model we are using in the production in order to make some predictions or some kind of decision makings. So at nut and shell, the machine learning is making the machines to learn through experiences. Here experience they are gaining by learning the data. So in entire this ecosystem, data sets are very much important. Machines are learning from data through algorithms. I hope you understand.
Okay, someone asked, so what is the best app to study more efficiently? That your teachers will answer. Someone asked, very interesting, Venkat has asked, can we create a own program like Python? Why not? You can. Study well about data science and create. I'll be happy to, even promote you across the world. The same, which one has the more future? It answered. Okay. Uh, how drones are used in dams? Okay. Haripriya has asked. Okay, so here drones are used in, we call it as water management. See, when I say if at all there is, you know, the drones can be used in two ways in dams. One is to understand what is the capacity of the dam, what is the quantity of water present there. I can run around and see. And the important one is to understand and see whether to understand the strength of the dams. If there is a crack, how do I really determine? Because I cannot send someone and do it. So now physically we go and understand the strength. So if at all there is a breach where drones can be flew and you can take immediately the pictures, and those pictures can be analyzed, and the expected damage can be understood, and then the construction, the civil intervention can be taken. So that's how. And there are again, it is used in desilting the dams. It is used in, when you excavate the sand or the soil while establishing a dam. So we need to understand what is the kind of a soil. So for that, the soil-based studies, they use drones, and to understand what is the quantity of soil being excavated and what will be the quantity of water being stored. For everything, we can use drones. Right, what is the difference between the portion of data science and CSE? That is again answered. Sir, I love to learn cyber security. How should I start? So do you want to take this or should I answer this?
Which question, sir? Hello.
Can repeat.
Someone has interestingly named him as Joker and he asked.
Question.
I love to learn cyber security. How should I start?
And he kept one more question also, sir. Can I get cyber security training in our college? Yeah, definitely, sir. So cyber security you can learn, but at the present situation, cyber security is little bit already running from long time. Okay, not only at the present situation or in future, it will be a continuous one. But if you are opting for any growth in cyber security, it will be little bit late, not that much fast what you are expecting. And in the same way, you are asking for the cyber security training at our college. Definitely we will be conducting workshops whatever that are related to the cyber security, and something like ethical hacking. These types of workshops will be conducted in our college, so that training will be there. So if you participate, you can learn it. That's not a problem.
Okay, Manav asked an interesting question. Sir, for big data, what we should know from the basics. From the industry point, I would say start with learning Excel. Then you learn whatever your teachers are saying. If you start mastering Excel and data using Excel, Microsoft Excel, that is the way to go. Sir, you want to add on this?
Yeah. So first, students, you need to understand what is big data. When we are calling a piece of data as a big data,
correct.
When we are unable to store a data in a computer in a single system, we supposed to distribute the data across a set of systems. Then we are calling that data as a big data. And some other properties are also there for big data. The data which is having highest velocity to generate, highest variance in the data, highest volumes. Okay, those kind of data we are going to call as big data. Here storage is a major problem. When we are running a program in a single system, that program will not work to execute in a distributed system. Means where data is stored in 10 systems, the program you have written may not be working across the 10 systems. So here one framework is there, HDFC. Okay, Hadoop distributed file system. First, we need to know how to store huge amount of data in our computers. Then we need to learn how to process the data, whether we can send process to the data or we will bring data to the process. There are two approaches. So fundamentally, when huge amount of data is there, major challenge is how to store the data effectively and how to access that data. Here we are having a defined framework called HDFS, which is like a global standard. Everyone is using that storage structure. So someone who is interested first try to learn how to store data in HDFS environment. First try to be in a position to differentiate which one we need to call as a big data and which one is normal data. Both are
First,
data.
to add your point, first understand what is data,
Yes.
how these data are being, handled.
Yes.
Which are the places where data is being used.
Yes.
Okay, so someone asked about perfect example for data science and what thing can data scientists do. I think you answered it already.
Yes.
Someone has posted some, Roshin, some YouTube, link. I don't know what it is. You can have a look at it. So when the regular classes will start, I don't know. That you can answer. Could you please tell us a perfect example? Again, it's a repetition. I think, sir, as tissues can be recreated using data science and AI, is it possible that one can be brought back to life using those? No, your big data cannot create any tissues. I told you because tissues is like, they are using 3D printing technology for, printing the tissues. So you cannot bring back a person who's dead, but you can replace your organs. That is towards which the industry is working. If I have a defective kidney, maybe in the days to come, you may do a 3D printing of your kidney and then you can replace it, which is worn out. But you cannot give life. Okay? What are the difference in the portions of data science? Again, the same thing. How to analyze raw data? I think your teachers can just tell you. Tushar has asked how to analyze raw data.
Sir, it's a big process, sir.
It's a big question.
Yeah.
I think it's a semester to learn. Okay, yeah. I think whatever relevant, I could answer all those industry-based questions.
Yeah, yes, sir.
There are lots of hands up. Should I take those questions? Mahesh.
Those are all already answered, sir. We can.
Okay. Because still the answer up. I thought I'll answer.
We'll ask that day, total day, they will be asking only. Because as a teachers, they will be little bit enthusiastic to know each and everyone.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. We are happy to.
But you have answered many of the questions very patiently, sir. First thing.
That's okay. That's okay.
Actually,
all of you, we are there to help you or clarify any of your doubts in future also. Happy to work and good luck for all of you. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think, so good luck and good luck for a happy teaching also for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhupesh, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, dear student, don't leave. We are having another continuation session for some time. So, Sahas, are you available? Sahas, Smart India Hackathon team. Anybody available? Yeah, switch on your audio also. We are unable to hear sound volume. Check whether your speakers are connected, headphones are connected or not. No, your voice is not audible. Remove the headphones. Just speak normally. No, your voice is not audible. No, I cannot hear you.
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ లాగౌట్ లాగిన్ చేయండి.
ఒకసారి లాగౌట్ లాగిన్ గా. Once లాగౌట్ అండ్ లాగిన్.
Once లాగౌట్ అండ్ అగైన్ లాగిన్.
So hi guys, I am Sashrang Shukar. Now I'm presently working in EY, Ernst and Young. It's a finance company. It comes under Big Four, and over there my position is data scientist right now. Okay, so I'm over here for last 5 minutes, and I was seeing your questions. So like fortunately, I have answered your most of the questions in this PPT, and it will be an interactive round, so you can ask me questions as well. In between I'll see the chats and I'll answer your questions as well. So let's start. Second, yeah. So the main concern is for the first year students. I've seen when I was a first year student, the main thing was what is what we don't know. What is data science, what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. They are just some terms actually. So I've done this PPT for that only, to clear everyone's mind. Okay, what is this, what is the difference between them. So I'll go to next PPT. So as you can see over here, there is a chart over here which says that the most important things is data science and artificial intelligence, and they are actually intersecting at some point. And so the major part is artificial intelligence. Inside that we have machine learning as well as deep learning. Inside that we have machine learning as well as deep learning. And inside in this, what happens is machine learning is everything that a machine can do by itself, and data science is something in which you will have a data, you'll clean that data, modify the data so that you can make out some patterns with the data. But what is artificial intelligence is, you are taking that data and you are saying that data, this, take this data and give me something new, something unique from this data. That is artificial intelligence. After that comes machine learning. So in machine learning there are three branches again. One branch is supervised learning. In supervised learning, what happens is there is a classification and regression. As you can see over here, there's classification and regression. In classification, what happens is you're classifying things like this is an apple, this is an orange. You can classify things and you can classify images in this. These are some examples you can see over here. And then comes regression. What is regression? Regression is taking a data and finding the upcoming things. Where it is used is like finding house prices, then weather forecasting, like today's weather is like warm, then what will be the weather next year for the same day. You can find out this. Then comes unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, what happens is you are giving him data, but you are not saying that, okay, this is the today's weather or this is the tomorrow's weather. Over here, big data comes into picture. For this unsupervised learning, you need lots and lots of data. Like now, as you have free time, you will be watching Netflix, then you will be getting recommendations from YouTube that you should watch this movie or this video. This all happens under unsupervised learning. It will check your old what you're watching, and then it will recommend you new things. So this is unsupervised learning. And then comes reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is something like, in this you don't have any requirement. The machine will start learning by itself, test itself, and then if it is fails, again it will go and learn itself. So over here comes your games. I guess someone asked like, how can I make games using reinforcement learning? People are making now lots of games, and the game is playing by itself. Okay, next, go to next slide. So I have given a path like what I followed and normally what people follow. And if you can do this thing from the first year, it will be very beneficial for you. It helped me as well. So first, most important thing in coding, and sirs can also support me in this, is mathematics. If you want to think logically, programming is very simple. You can learn syntax in 1 or 2 days. it's not an difficult task. But if you want to build a logic, like how can I think like that, or how is this guy is thinking logically and getting a program done, everything is done in mathematics. For data science and machine learning, you require statistics. Most important topics are statistics, probability, and calculus. These are the base points of this. After that, there is a thing called a database, where your all the data is stored. Okay, so after that you have to learn this thing. So how it will help is, as I told you and as other sirs will tell you, machine learning and data science is all about data. So where the data is kept, it is kept in these databases. So you should know how to extract data and how to manipulate with the data. If you know that, you can like go to the next step, that is coding. And I saw some guy asked, what is, how can I make my own language or something? So it's all our narrator is very good at that, so he will teach you properly. But it's all about compilers and compilers, so you can learn compilers and you can do your programming language. So basically now, as we are using Python and R, and there's a thing called SAS, software as a service. This is also an upcoming market for data sciences, because a company is giving a complete product to the client directly. So SAS is one thing, and now there is some of the new programming languages also emerged, like Julia is there, and some programming languages. Yes, so take that data and use Python to manipulate that language. After that comes that data engineer, who is a data engineer who can process this data using that DBMS and Python. So you can be a data engineer. After that comes the machine learning. In this, what happens, using supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, you find out some patterns in the data and use that data to find some unique things, new things, and other processes. After that comes deep learning. What is deep learning is, like your brain works, same like a deep learning model works. It has neurons in it. There will be a starting layer, hidden layer, and an outer layer. It will, you will be learning all this in third year, I guess. So in like this, the data is learned. And after that comes big data. In big data, you have Hadoop, then Spark. There are some technologies over here. And using this technology, you can take that small machine learning project and make it to the public and launch your data and model. So after that, you need visualizations. It's like if you show a normal person who is not a coder, it will be very difficult to explain him what you have done. For that, we have data visualization. It is the most easiest and one of the most important thing in data science or your ML and AI. So after that, you can become a data scientist. Okay, and somewhere asking the packages. So this data I have taken out like yesterday. So as you can see, the most highest paid is a doctor or a surgeon. After that, there is data scientist. Okay, so it is the second highest paid job in India and fourth largest in the world. And you can see in this chart, there is a data scientist, there is an artificial intelligence specialist, there is a machine learning professional, and there is a cyber security professional, and there is a cloud computing professional. So you can adopt any job, and the pack in the starting phase, I'll let you know, the package is not important. In the starting stage, you should learn. You should concentrate in learning. Okay, and let's go to next slide. Okay, let's come to now what is artificial intelligence. Mastan sir will be a great faculty to explain you this, but let me tell you in a short. Okay, so machine learning is anything like a child. For everything you can expect a child, like he's just now born, so you should tell him that okay, eating a ball or a bat is a bad thing, eating food is a good thing. This is what artificial intelligence does. It is teaching you something which is good, or what is not, what to do and what not to do is everything what artificial intelligence tells you. Okay, and then this is the applications of the artificial intelligence. So first one is movies and entertainment. Like in Netflix, you are using artificial intelligence. In YouTube, you are using artificial intelligence. Nowadays, in news channels for TRP, which channel should get more TRP, they are using artificial intelligence. Then comes tracking of customer satisfaction. Like if you are buying something in Amazon, and then how many people are returning it and how many people are keeping it. From that data, they are thinking that okay, this product is good. we'll be encouraging this or else we'll not encourage this. Then retailers, like, okay, in the market people are buying more this soap than that soap, so we'll keep this thing and we'll reduce that thing because no one is buying it. Then search engines, now you can see that Google search engine is working so nicely. Then there is a thing called Elasticsearch. Over there also, that is a database plus a search engine, which will like take the data and it will extract it properly. Then improve learning, like if you have seen some courses are there in net, like which will tell you that Acha, you are bad at that, then you will be teaching this more and that more as per the student. It will not generic thing, it will be specific to the student. Then comes testing. Nowadays the testing is reducing because a computer can only test what it is performing directly. Then you have smart houses, Google Home, Google uh, everything, and Alexa is there. You can use all that smart device. It uses speech recognition in the artificial intelligence and works like that, so it can recognize each and every person's voice differently. Then comes banking and financing. I'm under this category, working actually in this category. In this, what happens is if a business is working properly or not, that we can get it from banking and financing.
Going up the Shastram's. Okay.
Then comes, hello sir. Yes sir. Okay. Let us continue. So, what is now comes what is Smart India Hackathon and what is an hackathon in general? So you'll not know these terms. What is all this? So, okay. So what is an hackathon? Is a like I guess everyone plays PUBG over here. So it's a noob's guide to collaborating with coders. Like if you have interest in some coding like Python, R, or you have some model or some plan in your idea in your head, but you cannot go directly to the companies and ask that please launch my item directly, or you will not have the money to launch it directly. So over here hackathon comes into picture. So different companies and different organizations conduct these hackathons in different places. These are online as well as offline. So how a hackathon works is you will be having an idea in your head, then you will talk to your college and friends and discuss this idea, and you can perform how this idea will work and everything. After that, yes sir. Okay, continue. Yeah. So collaborate. Then you will design with your friends and with your teammates. Actually, you will design your idea properly, and then you will make a prototype and send this to the judges of that hackathon. Then the judges will decide that if your product or your idea is good and up to their standards, and after that they will pitch you and like offer that yeah, your idea is really nice, you can take and you can make it a product on like this, you can make it. After that comes to SIH, Smart India Hackathon. It is a very good initiation with the government. So MHRD and MSC has organized this event. So how it works is in this India, all the colleges which are authorized by MHRD can participate in this. Okay, the first round will be taken inside the college, so all the students can make a team of six, and then you can participate. Then the college will decide that if your project is eligible to go to the next stage or not. I guess there will be 7 teams which will be selected from the college level, 2 from hardware and 5 from software. After this, there will be some judges in the your Delhi and over there where it is getting conducted. They will decide if your project and your prototype is a working model or not, or it will be good or not. After that, you will be called for the final grand finale of hackathon, and from that only 5 to 7 teams will be selected who will be going to talk to the prime minister and pitching his idea. Okay, so this is and if you think that okay, I'll not, I should think about SIH or something. Then there is a website called Kaggle. In this, you can participate right now. It will be like, if you solve all this problem, you'll get $100, $100,000, $100,000, $91,000. So it's not only SIH. You can participate in any of the hackathons, and you can win these prizes by yourself. So now comes to my idea and why. Let me tell you my idea so that in this from first year to 4 years, you can make your mindset. Yeah, okay, I have utilized this idea like this. You can change it and make your own idea and pitch it, right? So let me tell you. So what happened was we have given one problem statement. The problem statement was to find a criminal in the real time scenario. So we thought that okay, we have to solve this problem, and this problem has been tackled many times. So what? And our team was name was Narcodes, because we have seen that it is a Netflix series in which there is a guy called Pablo Escobar, and he runs from criminals every time. So we have teamed our name our team as Narcodes. So what objectives we have taken? Okay, we can use the CCTV of the roads. Okay, then the criminals' faces will be there in our databases. From that, I've told you the path, right? This path. Let's go again from this path. I will use all these things and I'll show you how we utilize our idea. Okay, so we'll use databases of the criminals' faces and then predict it. Then we have developed one mobile application to get the notification directly in the real time of the criminal. We have used GPS to get the location of the criminal. We have used uh, Firebase as our database. So let me go step by step. So as I told you the approach. So we have taken five things as our consideration. One, we have built one face recognition algorithm by ourselves, which using the data of my face and my friend's face. We have taken around 2,000 faces of each person, and we have created the face recognition algorithm. After that, we have done a emotion recognition algorithm, which will tell you the emotion of your face, if it is happy, sad, disgusted, or angry. After that, we have given some tasks, have shown some tasks like burglary, arson, then explosion, then kidnap, then rape. We have shown all the cases like, okay, this is this thing. So if you find something in the webcam, just directly notify the police directly. Okay, and go to next. This is the merits of our project. So what is the activity recognition algorithm? So what it will do is it will capture the CCTV footage, and it will go to the database, and from that database it will find out, okay, this is a normal thing or this is a suspicious thing. If it is a suspicious thing like abuse, burglary, then it will go to note. After that, it will check that that person's face is recognizable or not recognizable. After that, you can find the face and know if the person is doing a wrong thing or is a normal thing. Then comes face recognition algorithm. We have used DNN. I think most of the people will not know DNN. So let the faculties tell you that. It's a very interesting concept. So we have used Firebase as our database. It is a database from Google, and it is very fast, and it will connect your mobile application and your backend programming directly in the real-time system. So we have used this database. This is the architecture of our model, which we have used. So we have done it in DNN, deep neural network. It comes under deep neural network. So we have given an input layer of 244 neurons, and the output is getting one neuron, and inside that it is calculating this much of calculations and giving us the output. So this is how it works. It will take a normal image, then it will find out the face in this image, then it will crop the face, and then it will send this face to the deep neural network, and then it will check for the faces. This is how it works. You will not know the terms right now, but you can just visualize and see how it is working. So this is our app that we have created. So in this app, what we are getting is as output is the name of the criminal that is there in the footage, the age of the criminal, the gender of the criminal, the activity he is performing, the emotion what is performing, the accuracy by which the model is predicting that this is this guy or not, then the timestamp it is taking, and the location, like where the guy is right now, so that the police will go and catch the criminal. This is the architecture model. Right now it is not so essential for you. So now things like, why should I do a project? I can just go to college directly, just sit in my bench, get good marks and get job. Why should I do a project in the first place? Most of the people will thinking like this, like, yeah, why should I, man? I can go and have fun and go to movies, right? So for that I have a good thing, like the first thing is, you will make good friends, actually good friends who will be productive with you. So I had lucky chance that I had a very good friends who were working with me, doing projects together. We are having fun together. I have some videos over here as well to show you, like how we used to work and how the hackathon went. Okay, the
Yeah,
first and most important. Yes
thus,
sir. Yes
once
sir.
that video has been completed, you can wind up.
Okay sir.
Right.
Yes sir. So the first thing was, we got a chance to talk to the Prime Minister of India. Okay, that was a really a good experience for us. We talked to him and he congratulated us, and then he gave us the chance to talk to the Sardar Patel Police Academy in Hyderabad. So we got this chance, and my team is over here. Everyone got a chance, and we came in television or something, and then it came in news as well. So you can see how we used to code. Like it was a 36 hours event. So me and my friends used to code like anything. So these are the some activities which we are performing, like stabbing. Wait, let me show you. Stabbing, and then there are some activities like this. We had lots of fun. Actually, it's a lot of fun. We used to get beat each other like anything for the event. Like you can see the prediction over here. It is saying as per the real time. Okay. This is the final judgment day when the judges were judging us. Due to Corona, we are having this online, or else this will be a 4-day event in the specified location. Ours were Noida. This is Mastan sir guiding us throughout the event. Then we can see our outputs of the models. So first comes the abuse part. Like you can see the activity, he's abusing him. Then explosion is happening. Then comes face recognition. So it is recognizing me, then my friends who are there. Then this is the age, gender, and emotion recognition of me and my friends. Then this is all the algorithms we are working it together. So to get all the features together, and then after this, it is sending to a phone. This was the accuracy of our model and database. This was the Firebase that was we are using, and was the user interface in the computer and as well as mobile. This is the output video. So this from here it will start surveillance. Then my face will be coming in the real time, and the prediction has been started, and it is informing this database. This is over here. This is our database. If all the information is getting served over here. This is the database, and this is the mobile application. This will be the original video what we are performing. It is empty. It is a raw video. So from that, it is getting the outputs. It is recognizing the faces and age and gender of the person. My friend is getting arrested over here. And if someone is abusing him, then it will get to abuse. Yes. So thank you. Let me know any questions are there or not. You can contact me directly. It's my phone number and Instagram. You can contact me over here. Thank you,
Guys,
sir.
hey, Agagu, please show your phone
Yes,
number.
sir. Yeah.
Show your.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
See, this is his phone number, and for don't call him right now immediately. So whenever you are doing any projects or if you have any data scientist related issues, you can WhatsApp him. Sahas, ఇది నీ
Yes, sir.
WhatsApp number కదా?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's his WhatsApp number.
WhatsApp number.
Yeah, you can message him and you can take suggestions from him whenever you want to do a project in future also. Definitely, you please mention you are the student of CMR Technical Campus of
Yes, that's
department. If you mention him, he will definitely help you. Whatever the thing that he can do, he will definitely help you. Okay, Sahas.
okay, sir.
Close it, stop sharing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So mm,
Questions are there over here. So yeah, so
just one or two questions. It is about to
yes,
complete.
sir.
College is going to complete.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So one guy has asked that wearing mask. No, no, our algorithm doesn't do it. So that's what I am saying. You can use this algorithm and you can extend your prediction and model, and you can add it over here to get the person who is wearing mask to get this information. Say about data science. Okay. So let's come to data science first. So my thing is data science is a very important thing, because due to data science we can have data learning and machine learning. Why? Because data science people are the people who will take a raw data, then take divide it into chunks, and then find out the information out of that data, and then make a pattern out of that data, so that this data can be used by a machine learning algorithm or a deep learning algorithm to get your information. Yes, next.
What can we do if data in a data set were missing or corrupted?
Yeah, so you can't directly use any data set. That is the first thing. So if you can't just directly download it and then directly use it. So in the main, like 90% of the task in a real world situation is data cleaning. Okay, you will get the data, then you have to remove all the things which are corrupted and which have zero values, which have null values, which have wrong values. So how will you get that? Using DBMS, database management system, will be trained on this. Then you can use data cleaning, then data beautify. After that only you will get a proper data, because for example there are 10 students but one student marks is null. Okay, he has written the exam but his marks is null. So what will happen? If we take the average, because of that null, all the data will be wrong and your prediction will get wrong. So it is very important to clean your data and then only use it. Okay, next question. Okay, so can you explain the AI used in game development? Yeah, so game development when it comes about game development. So the most important programming language, what I have heard is Python is there, one, and C# is there. These two are the most used programming language in game development. But you can use any of the programming language to develop a game, as Naresh sir told you. So you should know the basics. After that, you can go to Unity, and then what is that? Unreal Studios, or there are many applications in which you can apply the physics and then go to the game and develop the game, and then you can use reinforcement learning to make that game perform a specific task like you want. Okay, is it clear? Okay, that I guess that's the question. Yeah. And if you have any more questions, you can just, I've given you my phone number and my LinkedIn and my Instagram. You can just talk to me directly. There's no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
మీ
Thank you,
team
Muskan, sir.
కూడా ఉంటే బాగుండేది. If your team would have been there,
Yes, sir. Yes,
uh,
sir.
it would have been very nice to show them and
Yes, sir.
interact with them. So since we have a scarcity of time, okay, not a
Yes,
problem.
sir.
Someday we
Yes,
will
sir.
see.
Will
Oh, you
Yes,
are
sir.
working from home, I think so.
Yes, sir. Now I'm working from home, sir.
You placed in Ernest and Young company, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand, young.
Yeah. So you joined in which sem? In the final year only?
So yes, sir. And final year only. 4/1, sir. On February. Yeah.
Before Corona.
February. Yes, before Corona.
1 month before Corona.
Yes, sir.
So before
Luckily.
job and you have settled in your job, no need to come college. Also, you have completed your exams, everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It
So
was like luckily I got a job. Yeah. Yes, sir. It was a
many of the
great experience.
students are doing internship at the time of 4-1 only, right?
Yes,
Comic,
sir.
Ernest,
From
and
IT. Yes, sir.
so you students should motivate your juniors or sub juniors or sub juniors, whatever it may be, because
Definitely, sir.
they are in a feeling that సార్ కంపెనీ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ అని అంటే 4-1 అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఎండింగ్ లోనే ఎప్పుడో వస్తాయి. సారీ, యూ డోంట్ నో తెలుగు, రైట్?
Yeah.
సారీ, ఓకే.
No, sir, you can speak. I can understand now. I'm getting
ఓకే, ఓకే, రైట్,
track of
ఓకే.
Hindu. Yes, sir.
So because for these people I am speaking, so
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir. You can speak in Telugu, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, no problem.
అందరూ అనుకుంటున్నారు ఏంటి అని అంటే లైక్ whenever you are in final year or end of the final year, then only you will be getting job opportunities. You will not be getting in the campus. No, ma. Once you completed third year, second sem, Jansar will come. In the 3-1 only, Jansar will come.
Sir, I got a job offer in 3-2, that TCS, sir.
Yeah,
3-2, I got a job offer in 3-2.
yeah,
Then
3-1
there
you
is
will have Jansar.
Virtusa is also there. Some guys got Virtusa like before me. They got
Yeah,
Virtusa. Yes, sir.
yeah,
From
Jansar.
3-1 only, from 3-1 only the offers will be coming.
Yeah,
So
from
don't waste your time, guys.
థర్డ్ ఇయర్ ఫస్ట్ సెమ్, థర్డ్ ఇయర్ సెకండ్ సెమ్ నుంచే ఆఫర్స్ రావటం స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఆఫర్స్ అని అంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూస్, కంపెనీస్ విల్
Yes,
కమ్,
sir.
యూ హ్యావ్ టు అటెండ్ దెమ్. సో మీరు ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ లో ఉండగానే it will help you for financial burden also. ఒకవేళ if you are able to crack the job in the final year internship only, these people are doing internship with 30,000 and 40,000 of amount. కాబట్టి సో మీకు ఫ్యామిలీ కూడా బర్డన్ తగ్గించడానికి ఇట్ వుడ్ బి ఏ బెస్ట్ ఆప్షన్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రాక్ దిస్ ఇంటర్న్షిప్ కమ్ జాబ్ ఆఫర్డ్ మీన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ you must be learning different technologies, or not only C, C plus, Java, something extra. See, ma, I would like to mention a last point. See, what Sahas, I would like to ask you one personal question.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
mind. Are you a
Yes, sir.
top?
Sure, sir. No, I am not a topper. Actually, I'm not a topper. I'm an average student.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
don't think that only toppers will be getting a jobs and average students will not be getting that. This guy is a person who is an average student, but he is having lot of other knowledge, technical knowledge in the market. What is going to be happen? He will be updating. So, మీరు సోషల్ మీడియాలో లింక్డ్ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ యాక్టివ్ ఇన్ గ్యాదరింగ్ ద డీటెయిల్స్ డే బై డే వాట్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ అప్డేటెడ్, you will also will be someday in Saha's position. Meeru me juniors you will be giving some project explanation. I want to see all of you in such a situation, right? So job opportunities will be provided by college. That is our assurance. Only one thing is, our time work you should be ready by yourself. Only one question I'll ask, ma. So many are asking me, Sahas, not only your batch, many students asking me at the time of joining into the college, sir, will this college provide placements? First question. Generally, think placement, think CMR is our tagline. That's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
But many of you are, I mean, I'm talking many of you means students.
Students, yeah, got it.
ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ దే విల్ ఆస్క్ ఈస్ దేర్ పేరెంట్స్ కానీ వీళ్ళు కానీ నన్ను ఏం అడుగుతారంటే, సార్ ఈ కాలేజ్ లో ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయా, వెదర్ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్. మనం ఎన్ని పోస్టర్లు ఎన్ని బోర్డులు చూపించినా సరే దే విల్ బి ఆస్కింగ్. మై క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్, మై ఆన్సర్ ఈస్, ఐ విల్ బ్రింగ్ ప్లేస్మెంట్, బట్ డూ యూ హ్యావ్ సచ్ మచ్, వాట్ డూ యూ సే, నీకు అంత దమ్ముందా?
Talents, yeah, talent. You should have talent.
Talent or confidence, or do you have stuff to get that job? I will bring company for you. Will you crack
Yes,
the interview? That is my question.
that's yes, sir. It's the most important question, sir. And then our Madhav Rao sir also there. He'll be work like students should know that
Yeah.
sir and Naresh sir is there. They'll work very hard for you to get a placement. They'll be staying in the college like the placements will go till evening 7 or 8 or 10, even 10. These faculties will be there with you, supporting you, then giving you motivation like how should you do, what are the points you are lagging and how can you improve that. Like some people were asking the videos, like Naresh sir also provides some videos in YouTube. I have seen them as well, so you can check his videos. And then there are a lot of things present in the internet which are free, because if you see, I didn't have data science or something in my curriculum, but I did some courses from outside. Then there are workshops were presented to me, like there was a Dell ENC thing in the second year, which helped me to get a certification from Dell. Like that, I from small things I grew, then I learned, and then I'm now where I am. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Mastan sir. Yeah, this.
Yeah. So anyway, finally done. Thank you, Sahas,
Thank you,
for
sir.
coming and inspiring our students and your sub juniors. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
very much. Please take care of you. And
Yes,
bye.
sir. You too, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. And many of you, what do you say? So many of you have many of the questions, but you will be having more and more questions in future also, because you are the initial stage. So as a fresher, you will be having lot of questions. So for that purpose only, you are in little bit confused state. Please don't be confused in confused state, right? So whenever you have doubt, there will be your faculty who will be really guiding to you. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. You can leave, ma. We'll have tomorrow another session. Thank you.